All right, we're reviewing McMuffin. He is going to be doing Junkrat and then Pharah and then Soldier, maybe not in that order. He is an 1812. Good song, Overture. SR, and this is an 1830 match. So, let's see this. It's also very quiet. Oh my god, there's no sound. Oh man, this makes my eyes water a little bit. It's very disorienting for me. Don't worry, guys. Alright. Actually, well, this goes... I really like that first song. I really like this first song. Oh god, this first song's so fucking good. Yeah. Oh. Alright. Oh, he almost messed that up. Oh, I fucking hate you, YouTube. Oh, because we're watching 1080p. We don't need to watch this guy in fucking 1080p. That's for sure. As a Junkrat, this top route is very risky. Like, okay, he can take it. It works, but I'm just saying, overall, I think it's difficult. Oh, Jesus, they just put everything in front of you. So, it is a low SR game, so things are going to get a little bit wacky. Okay, so he should already be shooting. Just... So I'll just go over this right now. We can see the points contested. Alright, you're going off the point. But you have to use creative visualization right here to understand that that is where the wall probably is. The other wall, I would say, is right there. If I'm thinking correctly. Maybe it's right about there. It's close. But so I would be shooting right here as they're going to be coming around the corner. This is probably your best shot. This shot may get to the this side of this, but over here. So it would be to the what I would call the inside of the sign, right? If the outside is this way, and the insides of the sign are here and here, which would be okay-ish to shoot, but most people take the route like this if the sign is right there. So I just want to see if I'm right. Yeah. So this is what I'm talking about. A lot of people will take this route. They take this route less of the time. The inside route, they usually take the outside route. Get your gold gun, Brachado? Well, I'm happy for you. Okay, good. He didn't follow. You got a health pack? Just get the health pack. Good. I think too many people try to min-max very, very hard, and they will, like, not pick health packs up. He's better than me at that jump. I always fuck that jump up. I would re-trap. And the reason... Okay, see, the trap did get someone else. But my big worry is more about the main fight. If you trap someone, it essentially guarantees their death, and then you can attack on the main fight. But, you know, covering the flank isn't bad. It looks like they did take advantage of the guy that got flanked on. That was a Torb that got hit there. So it all depends on who you want to kill and what your method of combat is. Oh, everyone's dead. Oh my god, everyone's dead. So your team just died. The 2 more died. This means you're split incredibly hard. Someone's already in there. Like, you can take a peek. But yeah, okay, so he's playing it safe. Good. Good. This is kind of good. I would follow it up with a mine if you're going to try to... Yeah, so when you're panicking like that, just throw a remote mine down and get the fuck out of there. But also, even before that, I would have tried to burst the Zarya heavily down. Get up, throw a trap, try to burst Zarya down. She's within kill. Yep, there it is. There's a good trap. You do it as you throw it. And this right there is a perfect example of throwing a trap down that does nothing but accomplishes a lot. D.Va spent her 2 seconds shooting it and not shooting your team. And it actually delayed her death, so she's putting her own spawn to increase the stagger by a couple seconds. Do you think someone's over here? Okay, you got away with that one, but alright, we'll allow it. Throw a trap. Throwing a mine works, but whenever you're nosing up like that, get a trap out. And the cocky taunt. Look at this son of a bitch. Is this a stomp? I'll be so pissed if this is a stomp. It looks like defeat in the corner. Good. He's gonna lose. Oh, he's gonna lose, guys. This is gonna be great. So, on this one, I'll pause it. I'll pause it. You son of a bitch, YouTube. I said pause it. So right here, this is like, as a Junkrat, this is fucking beautiful. If you're coming up against a wall on this angle, that is just fucking dynamite for shooting that way. Remember, the higher you shoot, the lower it goes. It'll go, boop, and this will go a little bit farther, and this will go a little bit farther. At least I think that's how it works. I could be completely wrong, but I would adapt on, during the game if I noticed that. See, now, a trap would have been useful. Also, he really overcommitted on the support. Oh, he's a Pharah. Ah! Disgusting. Any Junkrat that goes Pharah is just... Res. Well, yeah, that's what Mercy does.
I means overrated.
Colon D to you, my friend. Well, colon D to all of you. Colons all around. Mercy isn't with them, so this is quite dangerous. Okay, there's the Mercy. And, Pharah has actually low DPS against tanks. She has, I believe it's 60% less damage than Junkrat. Also, so he's, and I don't know if this applies to everyone, this is just something I've noticed with myself. Shooting directly up or directly down is usually the least accurate direction to shoot.
Timing's overrated.
He's just needs to shoot more. See, like, these shots are easy to make because you're not directly above or below them. Because Pharah shoots once a second, you get 6 shots. 120 a shot, so 5 shots to kill. Actually, 6 shots to kill a D.Va. And that's if she doesn't defensive matrix, you know, one of them, which is very easy to do. So you're already at 6 seconds plus another 1.5 seconds to reload. Yeah. Again, he's targeting the tanks and just the characters that can deal with shit. Not enough picking on the supports. Is the person I'm reviewing in Twitch chat? I don't believe so. So at least he cleared the high ground. Thruster's out of there. There you go. You're deep in it, though. Your team is not with you. Oh, and he still died. And the res missed. So currently, I would say there's a big issue with accuracy. Oh, he's going back to Junk. The most accurate class ever. He just had low damage as the Pharah. The shots were off, and if Pharah misses a couple of her shots, she actually has very big issues killing people. Pharah is... You want to 2 or 3 shot people. There's a good... There you go. That's how you trap. Looking too much at your jump and not just shooting while you get to your, you know, your mine. You think you should also focus the hit scan? He just needs to focus the weaker targets. He's usually going after the Mei, the D.Va, or the Zarya. All pretty beefy targets. All with abilities to... Interesting blind jump. He did go back, he retreated. Oh, I think he wanted to use that to get away. And that would have been a good one. He could have got away, he could have went up on top, that would have been good, but he missed it. To be fair, he's moving around very well for gold. Yeah, he's being more active than most people. That's fine. You don't want to wait around for the Mei. Oh, gotta stay on that point. So I think if I would assume anything It's that he kind of submitted this because he believed he did really well. He got a lot of gold medals, but he essentially got rolled. And he's like, what can I do to get better? This is pretty much this is my thinking of his reasonings for submitting this review. Which I understand. It can be irritating to think you've done well and still lose, and you're like, it must have been my team or yada yada yada. Especially when you get gold medals, and usually low SR people believe medals matter, which they don't. But I understand his confusion, and I understand his just want for answers. But consistency, even with his highest damage, consistency's been his issue. Now, like, he could have been looking at mid, seeing what's going on there. Even while he was healing, he could have been looking down mid, getting a little bit more information, getting a better grasp of the layout of what's going on. Yeah, you can shoot at other stuff while May's frozen. That's one of those times where it's good to shoot at the Zarya's bubble. Zarya needed, like, if she got a full 2-second off on the bubble, she would have got away there. Warmonger says, dude, you have just revealed my own confusion and I'm in diamond. I don't understand what I solved for you, but hey, I'm glad I solved it. And what up, Dragons? How you doing?
Ah, timing's overrated.
Diver secure. There is no such thing as crouch jumping in Overwatch, so don't worry. It's not like Valve's engine. You don't gotta worry about that stuff. Oh, good kill. So they all just ran away from you. That happens. But I think you bought your team time to get to the point, which put all of them. They split up 3 different ways. So you took advantage of that. Also, burst firing. So shoot 4 times, stop, shoot, that type of deal. I know you're gold, and it's a lot to think about that stuff. But you can start practicing that if you're looking to play Soldier a lot. Oof, that Pharah went after the Diva in May. Got the May, but the Diva lived. Oh, no, Diva got demech there. Said how someone could be doing good yet not be winning, and it's why gold medals always scare me when I'm losing. Yeah, don't even think medals are important. Now this is the time, yeah, when you can just unload a full clip. Don't worry about your bloom because most tanks are larger. Outside of Zarya, who's a little bit bigger than most players, most of the other tanks are just gigantic. If you're close enough, you don't got to worry too much about your bloom. Now would be a good time, because you have to win this. Or it behooves you to win it. Aw, that Mercy. I've become so much nicer after the past few months. Have I? I think I've just been my normal asshole self. Maybe you just see it as... Maybe you're finally peering into my personality. You're picking up on the subtleties. Bloom on or off? I would put it on. I think it's good to know. The increase in bloom size doesn't bother me much, so I'm fine with it. I mean, his accuracy is off a little bit, but that's fine. I know it's difficult. Low SRs have hard times hitting with hit scan, especially Soldier, because it's a mixture of hit scan and tracking, if you will. Right, you gotta keep the cursor on the target for a while. No, you just become less condescending. Maybe. So he's... One thing is he's, again, nosing up a lot. Which as a soldier you need to learn not to do. Good headshot ratio there. So remember, soldiers' fall-off damage is 35 meters, which is probably longer than the width of that map. Short crosshairs or the regular large ones? I usually do defaults. I'm not too picky about that. Is this Pokemon music? I have no idea. 2229. It's called Extra Speed. I have no idea. Get back to the game. You have a Mercy on you. Don't worry about throwing that healing thing so soon. You're panicking. You're panicking. You could have killed that Winston. I guess I don't have sound, so I couldn't hear how many people were actually chasing him. But the Winston was near death. He could have just turned around and killed him. You had the Mercy on you. I believe Mercy out-heals Winston's damage. I'm pretty sure it's like that. As for your healing is 40 a second, I believe, and Winston does 60 damage a second, so you slowly lose. My auto mod is stopping me from cussing me out. Hell yeah! Nightbot's a fucking great bot. Yeah, shoot the close target. As when I've also often asked this question to my chat, and I was like, who do you shoot at these points in time? And people be like, the supports, the weakest one. And the truth is whatever's available to you is usually your primary target. Oh, teamed up down by the Mercy and May. And I've been noticing a couple times you've been reloading quickly with Soldier. A little bit too quick. Like, you still got 5 to 10 shots in the chamber. Or in the clip. Remember that you want to use your whole clip. You want to reload when you can buy time. So if you're hiding by cover for like a second, that's when you reload. Just be wary of that. But the healing thing usually comes down a little bit too quick, I've been noticing. That too. So, yeah. He's a little bit in front of the tanks. He's kind of leading the charge with sprint. And he's just finding unfavorable fights. I don't mind this healing one so much. He was kind of turning and looking for a fight. Oh, and he got off the point. Oh. That'll happen. So, I understand why this guy submitted this review. I don't want to see a goddamn Mercy review. Also, this song reminds me of... It definitely reminded me of Super Mario Kart Rainbow Road, if anyone remembers that. That was a really, really good song. So I play Diva very aggressively. Is that bad? I don't think so. I mean, it can be. Playing anyone overly aggressive is bad. Man, those fucking sweet tunes. This was a great game. That was a great game. Oh shit, that's right. Did I play that for more than 30 seconds? They may fucking mute me for the next 2 minutes. Or what is it, 30 minutes. So I had some questions. Tanks have to initiate one way or another. It's better if tanks do, because they can take the damage and they can heal from it. Yes. Can I explain a bit about the... I'll explain about the reloading issue in here. So, as a gold, as a low SR, I mean, he was 1800? Yeah, that's... He played Pharah, Junkrat, and then Soldier. So Pharah, he was... The accuracy wasn't that great. Junkrat was okay, and Soldier was... I'm going to say it wasn't the greatest. So with Soldier, Burst Fire... That's going to be helping there, because there were issues with Bloom. You were shooting a little bit too long, and I think some shots were getting missed because of that. But also just accuracy in general. You were just having a hard time keeping your cursor on the enemy. And that's normal. That's nothing bad. That comes with time. Pharah, you were also having issues with accuracy, and this is because a lot of people, I think, want to be right above an opponent with Pharah. And they're like, yeah, because then I can just shoot down and hit them. But the truth is I think straight down and straight up are the most difficult angles to hit in Overwatch. Or in a first-person shooter in general. I think I have a very difficult time hitting anything right above me or right below me. That's why as a Junkrat, if I try to jump up to a Pharah, either I want to get right next to her, or I want to be like on 45-degree angles. Also, as a Pharah, you were really, really worried about Zarya's shield, and you just didn't shoot much as a Pharah. Remember, Pharah has pretty low DPS, giving all things like taken into account. You do 120 damage a second. That's it. You shoot one rocket a second. If you don't kill someone in 2 or 3 rockets, either support has healed them up from the first rocket, and since you missed the second or third, they're full health. Also, you're getting to that point where now you only have 2 to 3 rockets in your chamber. And when you're engaging multiple opponents, you're now going to be in a pretty big deficit, because if it's a tank, 3 rockets won't do shit. If it's two weaker classes, you can't kill them both. Your reload's a second and a half. Most characters are a second and a half in the game. I think the big one is Orisa that's longer. But as a Pharah, yeah, definitely just shoot more. Junkrat, I think you're actually, believe it or not, was fine. And I think it's because he shoots so quick, you don't have time to respond at lower levels. You're like, oh, this is already a bubble. Nah, I already shot 3 times. His DPS is 0.6. He shoots every 0.6 seconds for 120. Right, so right there, I guess it's 40% more damage that Junkrat does than a Pharah. Well, it's more like 35% because of the she has 1 more shot and the reload's the same speed. So there's probably some DPS gain there, but whatever. Your positioning, Soldier, you are nosing up a bit too much. Remember, 35 meters is pretty goddamn far. In fact, I think it's good. Hold on. Who's in a second and a half, other than Orisa? I think Bastion may be a little bit longer. So, let me just change this to my Overwatch. There's Tree. I'm going to have to mute him. There's 2 big distances in Overwatch I think you need to know. 15 meters and 30 meters. Or 35. So, here's 0 meters, right? Here's 5, here's 10, here's 15. This is when McCree starts getting fall-off damage. Like, this is McCree's really good range. This mid-range type deal. Now, Soldier is 35 meters. Here's 0. That, right where that orange thing is where Soldier's fall-off damage starts. It's actually significantly far. Like I said, that one map on Oasis, I was like, the width of this map is within Soldier's range. So yeah, like, this is a really fucking long way. So after this distance is when you start taking fall-off damage. Hell, even 40, you're probably doing, what is his damage, 19? Maybe you're doing like 17 or 18 damage a shot at 40 meters. So you have a really long distance. That means if you're right here next to some big, ugly son of a bitch, you're doing the same amount of damage, maybe your accuracy is a bit better, than you would be right here, right? And you're a hell of a lot safer back here. So, yeah, you need to understand what 35 meters really is. Yeah, memorize those distances because they're really fucking important. So as a Soldier, you were quite close. A lot of the time you were within 15 meters. Or less. Definitely, abuse the fact that you have amazing fall-off damage. Logistics, as a Soldier, you weren't really holding the high ground, and that's okay. I think your accuracy is a little bit rough to be that far away, but Soldiers love high ground. They fucking love the high ground. So try to favor the side that gives you the high ground. Most maps have a left or right side. Usually one is enclosed. Usually one's a high ground with an environmental death behind it. That's just King of the Hill maps in general. Soldier will probably favor the side with the high ground. Just generally speaking. Also, skill usage I would consider under logistics. With Soldier, you were using your Bionic Field a little bit too quick. And a couple times, there's only once or twice where you're running away in situations where maybe you could have won. But that comes with experience. Junkrat, I think your positioning was fine. Again, I think you're a little bit too close at times, because remember, Junkrat and Pharah, these guys, they suffer no fall-off damage anywhere. So long-range stuff works. What happens is accuracy. That's all. Pharah, you were holding above people too much. Again, I mentioned it before that you're like right above someone, and that's just, it's harder to hit, I believe. But again, that could just me personally believing that. Also, as a Pharah, you were a bit out in front of your team. You're having this issue as Soldier as well, that you were kind of leading the charge. Both these classes should not lead charges. You need to be behind your tank or with your tank or alongside of them. Or on a flank that you're safer on. Flanks usually have more cover. You can get around a little bit easier, stuff like that. Information-wise, it's difficult to say because I couldn't hear. There's no sound in the game, so I can't judge what was going on very well. But it seemed like, information-wise, you were fine. Yeah. Yeah, I'll just say you're fine for your level there. The most important thing, I know I'm correcting like a whole bunch of little things, which I hate doing. The one big thing I want you to work on would be position. That is because I believe your accuracy will get better in time. Don't worry about it. But what worries me is your positioning. Your positioning is very close, like almost tank-like, for all characters that you're playing. So understand what the effective range is of each class. Start to understand, like, at 50 meters, or I don't even want to say 50 meters, like halfway across the map, what's Pharah's accuracy like? What's Junkrat's accuracy like? Start understanding this, like, all right, slow projectiles, you're like, I have too hard of an issue hitting someone at 50 meters with Junkrat, but at Pharah, I can kind of do it a little bit more reliably. But you still want to be, like, a little bit closer, probably. This comes with time. As you get better and better and better and you play more, you can start leading players more and more, so long range seems more of a viable option. But overall, your positioning was way too far forward with all of these classes. Just across the board. Like maybe try a tank, but at the same time, you don't want to just run away from, these classes, even if you play tanks better. Start understanding what makes these classes good at what range. And that's a very fundamental aspect of Overwatch that everyone needs to get better at, including Grandmasters. Just like across the board. I know people don't like me when I review council stuff and maybe too low of SR. But the truth is low SR people all the way up to Grandmaster, from 0 to 5K, people make the same mistakes. They just make them in varying degrees. At low SR, someone maybe this much out of position. And at 5K, maybe someone's like that much out of position. But to me, it's still out of position, right? In fact, people won't notice this one at all. But they will notice this one, like, look how dumb you are, and look how smart this guy is. And the truth is actually, you're both out of position, just to a varying degree. Now, a better player can take advantage of this a lot easier, but the best player will take advantage of even such a small disadvantage like that. So it's same mistake. Don't worry about if you're making a mistake, just worrying about, if you're getting better. So the fundamental of Overwatch, which is ranges, one of the most important things to understand. Yeah, just work out, like, play a class close. I think you're playing most classes close, and I could think you understand how that's working out for you. Maybe stick playing mid-range at all classes, and then long range, and just feel where classes are good at, and start getting a general feel of what to do and how to play them at different ranges. And that should greatly increase your skill set. And